Was my bow cooked to perfection, and I had it out the other day, shot well. I made the grip smaller to fit my hand, okay, shaped the grip a little better. I checked the till ring after I shot it a few times and it was off, so I said let me get it perfect. So I made it perfect, and in doing so I lowered the pounds. It was I don't know, 39 pounds. So I said, okay, so I think it was 66. No, you know what? It might have been 64, it may have been 64. I lowered to 60, and I got 40 pounds and shot it a little bit, and now we got a 58-inch bow. 58 for my 26.5-inch draw. I have a dual knock, and I know what people say, oh, the tiller, the extra weight. Well, guess what? It's fine. People put tip overlays that weigh more than that little piece of hickory that's extended out there. And if I wanted to go back, I could always use the longer string, okay? But I shot like I'm gonna shoot this now. And I actually did take a couple of shots with it because I was worried it's gonna break and crack me in the head. So now that I know it's not gonna break, I'm gonna try and concentrate, take a few shots. Dual knock, my dual knock 58-inch hunting bow. All right, the string I just grabbed, and I'm knocking on top because I never set the knock, so that's about where it's got to go. So 15 is the bear. Okay, right there. Okay, try to be a shooting machine. Okay, kind of weird knocking on top of the knock, but I didn't set the knock. It's hitting. All right, that deer at 20, I'm going to try and put the point like on top of the 10 ring and see how I do. Like below the back strap. Oh, little high. Little high. Well, we're gonna go, might have been a knock adjustment. Now I'm gonna try for that deer on 25, the 25 yard. Right there, right there. Now one of my arrows I noticed had 125 grain tip, and those are hundreds. I'm going to use Simmons 100 grain double edge, you know, Simmons 2-blade. So it'll buzz through the deer. I like the way it's shooting now. Let me try that one more time. That 20 yard. Okay, that 125 lowered a little bit, so it must have been me on that shot. Just take a quick look. Okay, that's 15 for the bear. Okay, I don't know if it was me with the knock, Justin or whatever, but the 125 grain tip shot a little lower, so it probably would have been up in there somewhere. And 25 yards. So it's too hot to be out here. And I don't shoot and shoot and shoot till I get a perfect shot. You see me shoot. It is what it is. So I'm happy with it. 58-inch. It's like 43 pounds, I guess. It feels a little smoother now that I'm shooting it, and hopefully it'll hold up. Hopefully it'll hold up. I should be able to get down in the blind with this here and take a couple of shots with it. Too hot, time to go in the house. I have 2 fire hardened hickory bows that I could use for hunting. Okay, they were both around 66, 68 inches. This one here was, I believe, 66. This was my cooked to perfection bow. What I did was I shot it a bit, and I had to make a grip a little smaller to fit my hand. And I said, well, I'm making it smaller. Let me make it a little shorter too. So, you know, look, it's not even up to my chin, okay? And you got to watch when you can't, these are hunks of wood. And even though it's fire hardened, You still could get a little string follow, or the fibers in the belly can get to a point where they collapse, break down, and you know, you don't really gain any weight, you ruin the bow. But since I only have a 26.5-inch draw, I got away with this 58-inch bow, and this 58-inch bow is 43 pounds. So I have these old arrows that I use for hunting, these center shots, and these center shots are 400s with 100 and I put field points with two washes on them, so to make them 160, because when I'm going to be shooting, sure, it's the last one I grabbed. It's the Simmons Tree Sharks, and these are 165 grains. And since this is going to be a hunting bow, not like a 3D bow where I'm worried about shooting past 20 yards. 20 yards is going to be my maximum shot. So let's just see how this shoots. I only shoot the broadheads in my block target. So let's move over a little bit, just so we can see here. And with this heavy arrow and heavyweight tip, okay, I was shooting 500s this morning. I got to put it on what I would think is the top of the deer's back. So I'm going to go for the center of the top block target, and where I'm going to put the tip of this arrow, and again, I don't know where it's going to go, is on top of that block. I guess that's closest to the top of a deer's back as I can get. So let's see. Okay, listen, that ain't bad. That ain't bad. And I was shaking a little too. You see where it went on the block target? The height's pretty good. It went like a fist to the right. Okay, so I have 150 grain field point with 2 5-grain washes, and just going to take a shot at that deer target. Okay, not bad. So the idea is I have to practice with this, because it's, you know, it's short, it's stocky, it's stacky a little bit, and I just got to get used to it. So, and I have to do a little better job. I quickly shot a bear shaft, and I said, oh, that's good enough for just a little practice, but I really have to tune these arrows for hunting. I want right to lefts to be perfect. So let's see. Okay, that one was much better. Okay, much better. So I'll get used to it. I'll get the hang of it. And let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm going to shoot that bear target just to see where I got to aim on. At 20 yards with this heavy arrow, at 43 pounds with this hunk of wood that was a living tree a couple of weeks ago when I fire hardened it, we're going to shoot 15 yards at the bear. So I'm shooting on top of the back, putting the point on top of the back at 20 to hit the deer. So I'm going to try shooting point on at that 15-yard bear and see if it goes low or not. Point on is perfect. Try to be that shooting machine. Keep your hand against your face, bow hand up on target. All right, so that concludes it. I just wanted to show you I shortened this little sucker up at the risk of busting it, and it worked out. The grip fits me nicer. I tilled it. Look, it looks pretty good, right? The till is good. And that's it. So now I have other choices. I got my short hunting bow, a little longer hunting bow, and I got to practice with this. You know, when you have a shorter bow, you got to practice a little more. And that's it. That's the end of this video.